Everyone, Anil here, and today's show we are going to discuss modern table in Power Apps. The modern table is a powerful tool in Power Apps, and modern table is used to display the data in a structured, efficient, and responsiveness manner. Why I said responsiveness? Because in a traditional table we do have some limitations for responsiveness. Modern table is fully responsive, fully customizable, better delegations handling, better you can see user interactions, and better for integrations. I will show you one showcase where if you will see here, this is a resource pool and here is a project team. If I will choose my two resource and click on add, my resource is going to be added for a project. I will show you if I'll click on this close button, you can see this is one of my project where we are building a team. Whenever I will click on the team, you can see whatever resource I will select, these resources will be added over here. I also can remove the resources if the resource is already available. See here, Anil is already available. If again I want to try to add, the resource will not be added. If resource is not available in my project team, that will be added again over here. It is a multi-select, so I can remove all the resource together and I can select all the resource at once. So how we can achieve this, we will understand in this video. Let's move on make.powerapps.com, and here you can see this is my blank application. In this application, I will add a table control. So this table control you can see here, but you will not able to see until you will not enable the update, the modern control and theme feature in update section. Close it because this is already enabled. Now I will add my table control over here. So whenever you will search for a table, you will get two controls. Table, this is the modern control, and data table, this is the traditional control, that is classic control. This table, I will go for flexible bit on and I will make it stretch. Now this table I will connect with SharePoint as a data source. I will go here and this is my resource pool list, and this resource pool list will be connected with table. See, I can see all the column has been added over here. I will go on the table, click on edit. I can remove the fields. I can rearrange the fields. See here, I can remove the fields. Right? I can rearrange the field. A resource type, I will make it a top. Right? This created is not usable over here, or if you want again you can add the field as well, right? Created. Now there is one more feature. You can see I can make it a short, right? Also, if you will see here, we are only getting the data. We can only display the data, but we cannot perform any kind of operation over here. Right. Now I will select my table control, and a table control there is one feature, date time format, short and long and none. If I'll click on long, you can see my created column data has been changed as a long. And then the next feature is reflow behavior. If I will go and I will change this to iPhone, right? I said this is completely responsive. You can see I can see the data is in a responsive manner, and this is the list view. Alright, my view has been changed. If I will go for tablet, the view will be changed. So as per the screen size, the view will be changed automatically. So this is the reflow behavior of table. If you want only grid or only list, or you want to reflow. The next is enable sorting. We have already learned enable sorting. Allow range selection. If I want to select, all this data, I will copy it, Control C, Excel, and in a sheet, and then you can just copy and paste the data. Yes, that's it. These all are the features you can see over here. Then on select property also, we will just discuss the on select property. The base palette color, this base palette color you can change. So suppose this is the modern control. I will go here for a theme. I can just enable the theme. You can see my theme has been changed. Right now, whenever I will select any row, you can see the row has been selected with my current theme. If you want, you can make your base palette color. If you want, you can change your base palette color. You can provide any custom base palette color. Right. So now we will work on select property. For that, what I will do, I will add a one more screen. Okay, let me add this screen over here. And in this screen, I will add a table control again. This table control. Then again, I will go for flexible width on, make it stretch, and I will connect again with resource pool. Then I will select few columns, whatever columns you want, and in a second section I will add a form. This is modern form. I will connect with SharePoint list. I can go for column 1. Okay. Now on select property. So this is my on select property. If on select property, if I want to create any collection, TBL item, now table 1 or table 7, I think, dot selected, and see, I will close it. This is table 7. Now whenever I will select on any row, you can see now I will select on this row. Okay, and if I'll go in my selection, see the item. All right, I can see the record. Now what we can do, this is my form, and in the item property, whatever is tbl7 selected dot selected, I can choose over here. Now on tbl selected, on the select property, I can go and I will say edit form 2. Now whenever I will click on any item, you can see my data is going to be changed over here. Form, I will remove and add few fields so that you can see all the changes. Title is blank, I can remove. Resource is fine, I think yes. And now in a resource type, I will go into the property and go into the edit, click on add, and I will add the value. Alright, and this is content type is not mandatory, and for a resource I will go here and add, and here I will add a display name. Now whenever I will click over here, you can see the data is going to be changed. So this is on select property of my table. From this table you can update the record, you can add the record also. And here you can see the pagination. I have few records, and that's the reason I cannot see the page 2 or 3, only one page. If you have a large list, you will see the data over here. Now I will show you this use case. So for that, I will add one more screen, a split screen over here. And for screen 1, I will add a table control, connect with resource pool, say TBL resource pool. Again, I will create one more table over here, and this will be TBL project team. Flexible height on, make it stretch. For this also, flexible height on and stretch this also. Right. Now for this table, I will go and remove few columns. Content type, created, modified I can remove, name also remove, attachment also we can remove. Now we having only few columns over here. Okay. Now go into the align container property. Again, just make it a stretch. Right. Now, what I will do, I will create one more container over here. I will let you know about the container. For a meantime, you just copy and paste as it is in your application, and later on we will discuss everything about the container. Move to left, right, and for this I will make fill position 0.5 a small, and then here I will add two containers, container 1 and then container 2. This container I will make flexible width height on and make it 0.2, right, and then inside this container I will add a button control. This button X will be parent dot width minus self dot width divided by 2, so that it will become into the center. Width I can make it parent dot width into 90%. Height is 32 fine, and height y I'll make it parent dot height minus self dot height divided by 2, so that my button will become into the center. Okay, now I will copy this button and paste over here. For this button I will add a text as a add. I will change the icon. It will be after, and then next I will make it remove. Then icon I will change. See, it looks nice now. Two things I have to do. First, the container, for a both container, the drop shadow I will make it a none. Looks it's better. Now on add, on select, here I will create a formula for all and tbl resource pool dot selected items as comma select all rs pool, and this I will define my columns over here. I will say resource id equals to rp dot, so resource id is not available into my table, so what I will do, I will go over here and in a display here I will add a id column. Great, my id column has been added, and this id column I will make on the beginning. So this will be id. Similarly, I will say resource name, and this will be rp dot resource dot display name. Similarly, I will say resource type, and I will say rp dot resource type dot value. Then resource rate rp dot rate r. Okay, so this is my formula. I will save it. I can save my application. I can say table power apps. Now I will run this application and click on add button. But this table we have not binded my right table. This table I will bind by call rs pool. We have to just go in the bottom and enable multi-selected on. Now whenever I will select, click on add, you can see my resources are not coming. For that, what we have to do, we have to add the fields resource id, resource type, and resource rate, whatever fields we having over here. Now you can see my resources are coming over here, but the thing is, whenever I will choose the other resources, appending the data, it should not append the data. I want the data should be unique, right? Again I will click the data will be added. For that, what we have to do, we have to apply a check over here. If is blank, lookup, then my collection name, call rs pool, then here will be the column name, resource id equals to rp dot id, and then comma. Now I will close it, then format it. Now what we are trying to do over here, if in my collection, if the resource is available, then it will not add the resource. If the resource is not available, whatever resource we are selecting, then it will add. If available, then it will not add. Alright, now for that, what we have to do, first I have to clear the collection. So the one time I will clear the collection, clear, and then my collection name. So let me hit the add button. So my collection has been clear. Now I can comment it. Again I will go over here. Now I will choose my two resources, and then I will choose 12 and 13. You can see 12 and 13 has been added. Now I will choose 10 and 11. You can see now the resource is not going to be added. If I will choose this resource again, the resource is not going to be added. Now we will work on remove part. So for this, I will type a formula again on select property for all tbl project team dot selected items as I will say pt comma remove comma collection. So my collection is called rs pool comma lookup and comma and bracket. This will be a call rs pool, and then resource id equals to pt dot resource id. I will close it, one more close, and format the text. I will save it, and the selection is not enabled. So for this, go into the property and multi selection it will make to true, this guy. Okay, then click over here. Now whenever you will click on Ankit, you can see, let me expand it, the id is 8. Click on remove, the 8 id has been removed. You can remove all the data together, right? Or if you want, you can remove one by one. You can add all the data at once, and you can remove whatever you want. So I hope you love this video. If you love this video, then please subscribe my channel. Thank you and bye bye.